It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's coming up next.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The punter, Logan Cook, set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status of one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Throwing first play is Herbert. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Herbert on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Norman.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 30 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now ETN to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. Fielded at the 33. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
22 yards. First down, Chargers. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Eckler. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Etienne once more. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, what we gotta do here. Dig down deep. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Play smart, baby. All right, guys. All right. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Hey, play on, man.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's ride, dog. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Here we go. That's what it is.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert on 1st down now. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 39 yards. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Let's go now, let's go.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Lawrence. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Let us dictate. Play a little aggressive, baby.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at the yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. 30-yard line.
That's how you get fired up, baby. That's how you get fired.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they run it well here to start the second half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Just what they need. Electric were made, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On third down, Lawrence. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. ETN up the middle. Oh, look at the juke. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's the game of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Draw play. It's Eckler. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 26. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. with the score.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. The Chargers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Herbert now. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd and inches, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Eckler now between the tackles. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trayvon Walker in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Give him 30 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards for number 11.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence with a hook up to Marvin Jones. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he returns this to the 22. L.A. readies for its next possession. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.